I would say that one of the advances of our project, or advantages of doing scales of project like the Solar Decathlon, like the Sky Blue House, it made students across the university work together to really break down those boundaries that traditionally exist within the university.
The Decathlon is a project where 20 universities from around the world design, build, transport to Washington, D.C., and then participate in 10 competitions.
There were multiple competitions within the Solar Decathlon just to allow people to see that living in these homes would not compromise their lifestyle.
You end up with about 180 teams actually putting in for the competition every year, of which only 20 are selected.
It encourages teams to build houses that will be able to produce all of the energy that they consume by collecting energy through photovoltaic panels that turn solar energy into electricity.
I think one of the coolest things about this project is you don't normally work with somebody from the College of Design when you're in the College of Communication.
We really got down to being 4 major colleges that were involved with it. We had to have the house up and going and passing inspections within 72 hours of when we drove onto the mall. We designed it so the house could be jacked up, the trailer could back up underneath the house, we could take the jacks off to the side of it, and we could travel down the road.
Oh man, the first day, I honestly felt like we were never going to get done.
Well, to start off, we got there and the house was lost, so it took us a while to track it down.
Where's our truck? Our truck is in line, is coming in down
our
there.
Our truck or the house?
The house is coming in line. Our truck is not with the house. I don't know where our truck is.
They missed the turn, and so they got lost in DC and had to find their way back, and I guess they clipped a tree on their way through, so the house had branches on the top of it when they got there, and so we were waiting around for a few hours.
Then the truck gets there, and it took it like 5 or 6 passes to get placed in the right spot where we wanted it. And then began the long process of actually having to jack the house up.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I was there for 13 hours cranking the house off the ground, and they were hand cranks. They weren't hydraulic at all, which was basically using a mechanical system of gears to take a human muscle to turn it into a mechanical force, trying to lift 70,000 pound house. I mean, it's pretty heavy.
Stupid, it's already taken 5 hours.
It definitely seemed like we were staring at Mount Everest, trying to climb up it, and that it was just not going to happen.
1, 2. Get on out of here, truck. Get on out.
I think overall it was pretty much a 24/7 event to get the house put together in time for the competition to start.
We tried to do as much fabrication and assembly in Kentucky, and I think it's just remarkable how much energy people can come up with when they really feel passionate about getting something done.
It could have been really hard and really a job, a really big task. Just that part of our atmosphere, I think, was the best part about it. It was how well we all got along and how well we enjoyed ourselves while we were building.
Gloves, steel-toe boots, safety glasses, hard hats, basically were the common gear to wear to be safe on a job site.
The safety measures we implemented did keep us away from major things, fortunately.
Yeah, you almost start wearing it like it's cool. It's cool to wear safety glasses, kids, like that. So you gotta.
Part of of the Decathlon is the house is open for several days, for several hours a day, so that the general public can come and tour the houses.
You have about 6,000 people moving through your house every day.
People were willing to wait, I could not believe, in 30-degree weather and the rain for half an hour, 45 minutes to have the pleasure to come see the houses or to see a house.
We wanted to be able to relate to people the functionality of the home and the means through which we made it more efficient.
That is so cool. Okay, we want that, don't we?
We'll take two.
I want to live in one like this.
Some people came in who've actually been trying to apply these technologies to their house. It just goes to prove that the technology we're using on these houses is actually available to the public.
Almost every product that we selected in the home is readily available. There's one set of products that we selected that were actually manufactured specifically for our house by a group called Studio Drawer in New York that had produced a set of folding chairs that hang flat on the wall, likened very similar to the way that the Shakers would hang their furniture onto the wall.
The whole concept behind it was basically just have a functional art piece in your living room.
Isn't that great? Whoa, that's a lot of extra chairs. Look at that. What a great idea. Isn't that cool?
All the 17,000 guests that came through our home to actually see the fact that there was an adaptable interior.
They could walk in, they could pull the chair off the wall, they could put it down, see how easy it was, and then sit in it. And it kind of got them, you know, to talk about other things in the house, about how other parts of the house adapt and, you know, unfold.
And net zero homes are designed so that over the course of the year, you sell back as much energy as you've purchased so that you would have a $0 energy bill and sometimes even be paid back some money by the utility company.
On a bright, sunny day, we were producing 8 or 9 kilowatts of electricity. That's 90 100-watt bulbs that we could produce at any one point in time.
We were able to produce more than we consumed and run all of the competitions at the Solar Decathlon, which is something that a lot of teams were unable to do actually. We were able to sustain a high quality of life in the home without any energy off the grid.
And someone checked their iPhone and it was like, we got 9th place, and we were all like, I looked over at Chad and you could just see like his frown went to a kind of happy state.
Just being there was amazing to me. So even if we placed 20th, you know, I wouldn't have felt any less.
We were able to rank higher than some schools that had been there before, and being able to even achieve higher than some teams who did have that past experience was very satisfying.
Hey, we know what we're doing. Here we come, watch out.
Our goal is to be top 20 in the nation, and what we proved that we were number 9 in the world, and that we were also number 5 in net metering in the world.
It really was a house from Kentucky, and to see how well it did, and to bring that from Kentucky on such a national stage was, I think, is just awesome.
I think that we can prove that we are very competitive in the world, and that our ideas that are being generated by Commonwealth students really have global appeal.
We can do things in the Commonwealth that is just as good, if not better, than any other location in America, or the world for that matter.
We're already there. We're already placing within that rank. So we're meeting those goals and exceeding them.
I mean, you can't help but feel a bond with the students. And, you know, when you're working alongside the students that are having this invaluable learning experience, you actually can see you're providing them with an invaluable set of tools.
And seeing that light turn on in that student's mind, that is truly what you'll remember 10 years from now. So those lights turning on and seeing lights turn on in students' minds is really where the key to this whole project, and those, I think, are the moments that are going to stand out.